Hello, entrepreneurs. Happy Thursday evening. Joe DiChiara coming to you live from downtown Flushing, New York, once again with another amazing episode of Joe DiChiara Presents. And if you're hearing noise outside, I'm sorry. I live near LaGuardia Airport, and I've complained about the plane noise, but they don't care. They don't care. So if you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching a replay, give me a hashtag replay, because I was told to ask for that. I don't know how that stuff works. I don't know how a lot of stuff works, to be honest with you. But I do know how a few things work very, very well. And one of them is how the IRS works. Okay, I've been working with them for over 35 years on a very intimate basis. And I've taken tax audits all the way to appeals and tax court. I've never appeared in tax court because I learned that a lot of times all you got to do is appeal and then they'll settle with you. So, you know, I have a sort of like an inside track on what's going on. And, you know, it's not that I could predict the future. I'm not that smart. But I have seen sequences of events. For instance, when the IRS introduces a new form, there is a reason for them to introduce a new form. Sometimes it's because they came up with a new tax law, a new credit, a new tax. And sometimes they take something simple like the 1099 MISC, 1099 miscellaneous, which is the form where independent contractors got the amount reported. So if you're a sole proprietor, if you're an unincorporated entity, the people that are paying you are required to give you a 1099. That's how the government tracks you. Not me, you, if you're a sole proprietor. Corporations don't get 1099s. They may get them because the company paying them, that's their policy. For instance, auto body shops always get 1099s from the insurance companies. Okay, and there's a reason for that. And so what I see now is the IRS has come out with this new 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation. So right away, I see what's going on. Just like a couple of years ago, when they put this little question on every business return, are you required to file a 1099? So let's first talk about who's required to file the 1099, because you're the one being targeted. It's not just the sole proprietor, it's the businesses. So if you're a business and you hire a lot of independent contractors, folks, and you don't file the 1099, well, your tax return is wrong. If you check the box yes, and you don't file, that's an audit flag, because they can easily match your corporate return with your 1099 filings. So let me tell you one of the reasons why this is huge. There's been an underground economy going for forever. There was no way for the IRS or most places to really police sole proprietors that were getting paid as independent contractors and never reporting the income. That's what happens. That's the reality, folks. So that's why for years, business owners love to hire independent contractors because they didn't have to pay the payroll taxes. And the sole proprietors, the independent contractors, a lot of times just forgot. They didn't get a form from no harm, no foul. Well, the people in charge aren't stupid. When all this technology started, the light bulbs went off. Hey, we might be able to start tracking these people now. So the little question on the 1099 question on if you're a sole proprietor, it's on your Schedule C. There's a question: are you required to file? For an S corp, it's on the questions. So every business return has this question. So if you check no now, there's probably a little room in the IRS where all the no's go. If you check yes and you don't file, you go into the red room because you're flagged. If you say yes and you do file them, no problem. You're under the radar. You're as under the radar as a business as you can get. When it comes to this issue of independent contractor or employee. Okay, so they're looking for us, the business owners that do not file 1099s, because the truth is, even me, I know I want to do business with corporations because I know about the 1099 issue. But there's probably a few of my people, maybe a web designer or somebody that, and I got to go through. I have to do what I'm advising everyone to do. And so I'll go through my 2020 payments and I'm on top of this, but most people aren't. And they don't know that this is an issue because they don't see the workings behind it. So if you're a business, you need to file your 1099s by January 31st. And what you need is the people that you've paid, you need a W-9 form from them. And you should have got it when you hired them. So this is the routine now, folks. You're going to fill out a form. If you want to do business with me, you're going to fill out a form. Are you a corporation? If yes, great. If not, I need your tax ID number before I pay you. This way, at the end of the year, I'm not going back. So obviously, I didn't follow my own directions because there was something going on this year that totally distracted me. It's still going on. It's, the pandemic. So a lot of just, basic bookkeeping got put on hold, even for me. So the other end of the issue are the people receiving the new 1099 NEC. You've been targeted even more now. Because, I've done some programming, and if there's programmers out there, but I believe that by having this form, so before an independent contractor was lumped in with a bunch of other types of payments, rental income, attorneys to payments to attorneys, and I don't have it now, but none of them hardly ever apply. I mean, like rent. Okay, so if you're paying a landlord, you're supposed to give your landlord a 1099, believe it or not, because the IRS wants to know, who's getting money and not reporting it. That's what this is about, folks. They're like, listen, we trust you, but we just want to verify it. Okay. So, I believe that now it makes it so much easier for the people working at the IRS to just see Form 1099 NEC. Have you filed them? Because before it was it was like muddy water. It's like, all right, did you file 1099 MISC? But a lot of people might have filed them because of rent or attorney's fees. So it wasn't, are you paying independent contractors? It wasn't specific enough. So now they got a question on every business return about 1099s, and now they got their own form. This is the IRS Kraken, folks. This is them, throwing it at us, blindsiding us. Okay. So my advice is to be careful with this stuff. If you're a client of mine, get me your 1099 info, because we are filing. Every one of my clients, we need to go through your payments to see if they're, and we want to file. This is something that we want to file, because not filing leaves us open. Okay. So even if you have an independent contractor that didn't go over the $600 and you don't have to file, so send out a 1099 for $300, but at least you have filed. And when you check off that box on your return, or your accountant does, you can say, hey, I just reduced my audit risk. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it, folks. I stand by what I say. I will be back again tomorrow with more chilling adventures and information about how to be stealth with the IRS. Over and out.